Hello, beautiful people. I am out in nature today. Yay. I love it out here so much. I'm so glad I found this spot. It's so peaceful. It seems lately that I've been struggling with a few things. Aside from what I've already shared. But today what I want to talk about is my lack thereof to receive. In my childhood, I established this idea in my head that things had to be an equal exchange so that I wouldn't be considered spoiled. Well, okay. Let's unpack this. When I was younger, it was mostly the grown-ups. I would always hear these little comments like, you're spoiled and you get whatever you want. And particularly it's from my grandfather. And it was almost, well, I'll say it made me feel like, or there were even times where I heard that it would be said to someone else that I would overhear that I was the favorite grandchild and that I always received favoritism. And that was kind of like despised or not liked. But it wasn't for my cousins. It kind of came off as the energy of you're getting the attention that my dad didn't get to give to us, and we want that, but you're getting it, and so I'm upset that you're getting that. So it's kind of like jabs at me in certain ways. But also, this is up to interpretation because I was a child, and kids interpret behaviors and things as a certain way that it may not be specifically. But I will acknowledge that I was a very smart, intuitive kid. So there are things that I picked up on that adults did to me purposely because I triggered something in them. Childhood wounds, insecurity, anything. But there were many times where I overheard the conversation where I was spoiled or I'm a favorite and that I wasn't liked. And so I began to establish this equal exchange. Like anything that I received, I had to give back I had to give something of myself or give something back to the person who gave something to me, so that these adults that I kept overhearing saying that I was being played as a favorite would see that, no, I'm earning what is being given to me. That I'm earning what is being given to me. And so that really established in my foundation. So like every time my grandfather did a lot for me. My grandpa was really there for me, and he was really like a dad to me. And, call it favoritism, call it spoiled. I don't know. I don't care anymore. But I'm truly grateful that I did have the relationship that I did have with him. And I now, you can think back and wish, but you can't change anything. I wish that I didn't, or that I was told that you don't have to do something for me every time I give something to you. Like, it's okay to receive things sometimes. Hello. Good morning. That it's okay to receive things, and that you don't always have to give back to someone just because they gave something to you. It's okay to just be in the energy of receiving. Just be able to just receive what someone else is giving to you. And that was kind of like the first establishment of that. And it was innocent, and it was from my grandfather. So even if I was like, every time he did something for me, I would always do something for him. But that's not unhealthy. Like, that was my grandfather. So I don't like doing something for him or giving back to him or whatever in any way was fine. I think where it began to sour is when I was back majority time with my mother, and she had been in the church and everything, and there's the establishment of always giving back to the church, giving back to the people. And she had a very unhealthy, and many of the people in the church had a very unhealthy relationship with constantly giving, over giving beyond what the capacity of what they had to give in the name of Jesus, in the name of the church. And so I learned that behavior, to where it was like the equal exchange began as you just give everything and there's no exchange, or you may get a little tiny exchange. But mostly the little you receive, you give 10 times, 1,000 times that, no matter what capacity you can hold, no matter what capacity that you can give in, no matter what boundaries of capacity that you set, you always have to overgive and overcompensate. And so, yeah, that's kind of how I began to live my life. Is I began to have these exchanges with people where it was a constant overgiving, and I always felt indebted to people, even if I wasn't receiving from them. And that eventually morphed into the energy of, I don't receive anything from anyone, because there is a pride, there is a joy, there is a fulfillment in overgiving, sacrificial giving of myself, and not receiving anything from you, because this is going to in some way fulfill me, going back to my establishment of equal exchange. But there wasn't an equal exchange. It was, I give everything and receive nothing back. And that was established eventually, especially like going through teenage year or middle school years and like high school years, trying to establish friend groups and trying to be around people. It was just like, what do you have to offer as a friend, and what are you going to do for me, type of thing. That's how I kind of established it. And yeah, very unhealthy, very lack of boundaries, very childish. But, I was a child, and that was how everything started and established for me. And so, of course, that trickles and leads into your adulthood. And I did the same thing and completely depleted myself physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, like all the things, until I realized that that wasn't sustainable and that this isn't working anymore. And, getting into spirituality, things changing and moving and maneuvering a little bit. But still, I realized there's still this lack of energy of receiving. And I realized that mostly in my marriage, where I had an issue with really receiving from my husband, and like receiving him doing stuff for me, receiving him helping out in the house, receiving him taking care of me. And I was like, dang, like I just realized that I'm not really receiving everything that he's doing for me, because I keep feeling like I need to give. And it's not that I feel it. There's nothing wrong with giving, right? Because there's nothing wrong with an equal exchange. But it starts to tap into that subconscious thing of, okay, I need to overgive. I need to sacrificial give. And that's not what's needed. And so then when you get into the energy of trying to overgive, it's like I'm getting depleted trying to overgive, because I can't really sit with myself and sit in this energy of allowing my husband, who I love, to take care of me and to do stuff for me and to give to me. I'm not fully opening myself to receive that, because I keep tapping into this subconscious maneuvering of, I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do this because he's doing that. And not just, he's doing this for me, I deserve it. He asks for me to receive this, but I'm just like, I receive it, but I need a da-da-da, I need a da-da-da, I need a this and that. And so it's like, okay, you're not really receiving. And it's just like, and it made me realize, like, if I'm not really receiving from him, then, I'm not really allowing myself to receive from spirit either. And it's like, okay, spirit, like, there's something you're giving to me, and I'm not allowing myself to receive it, because I feel like I need to give. I need to overgive. I need to overgive. I need to sacrificial give to spirit in order for me to receive a little from spirit. And it's just like, that's not the energy that spirit wants you to tap into when you are surrendering and allowing yourself to receive from spirit. I keep trying to overgive and feel like I'm not giving enough of what I'm receiving. And it creates this loop of lack, this loop of sacrifice that isn't needed. And it taps into an old energy of really, honestly, not even allowing yourself to receive fully. And so, yeah, I just realized that, like, okay, Brianna, you're not really allowing yourself to receive, and that is a problem. So my lack of being able to receive has physically manifested and spiritually manifested in me, mentally everything manifested in me, as like depression and exhaustion, severe mental stimulation, allow my mind to just like run rampant. It's been a lot. But the point of this is just the healing conversation with myself, really, and to help anyone who, can receive from this introspection. Like, are you really allowing yourself to receive in a beneficial way? And it's like, I realize, like, even with spirit, there doesn't even have to, I was going to say equal exchange, but with spirit, there doesn't even have to be an equal exchange. You don't even have to give. You just need to surrender to receive. Like, it's that easy. Especially when you tap into the specific frequency of it. But yeah. That's all I have for you guys today. I hope this introspection helps someone or provide you a little more insight into who I am. Yeah, but I'm gonna go work on that. I have been working on that. I am a work in progress, and that is okay. But yeah. Thank you so much for listening. You're much appreciated. I love you. Spirit loves you. And I will see you in the next one.